Hey guys, this is UBR Tech, and today's video is going to be how to disassemble and reassemble an AR-15. Something you will need is something small like this, like a 223 round, to take out the retaining pin for your firing pin. Or you could use, this is just a pencil, screwdriver, or this tool. This tool actually helps you clean the bolt carrier. This little hook right here helps you take out the retaining pin. So if you have that, that'll work as well. If not, like I said, most common is going to be your 223, and I'll demonstrate how to take it out with this. First off, let's show that it's clear. And it is, as you can see. Okay, first thing we're going to do is take off the lower with these two pins right here. So we're going to flip this over, push in the pin here, and push in the pin here, just like that. Flip it back over and pull the pins out. These are retaining pins. So I'm going to pull this out, boom, and they won't come out. So you could put this down here. And then we're going to take out the bolt carrier. So you pull this part right here and then slide it on out. And pull this part out like that. Leave that here. All right guys, when it comes to removing your charging handle, basically what you're going to be doing is you're going to pull the charging handle all the way back until it gets to these two half circles right there. So this piece right here and this piece right here, once they line up with the two half circles I was just pointing out, you'll see the charging handle pop out. See how it lines up and it comes right on out, okay? Next part is to disassemble the bolt carrier. The first thing we're gonna do is take out the retaining pin. And if you could see right there, there's like a little circle there. That's where you take your 223 round and you put it right into the circle, just like this. And you just kind of pull it out like that. And then once it's out far enough where you can grab it, you can take that out, and then you're done taking out the retaining pin. You're also done using the 223 round. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to push this part in, and then right here is your firing pin. That should fall right out. Set that aside. And again, once you take this part out, this little retaining pin, the firing pin falls right out. This is what holds that in. Now that the firing pin is out, you can turn this part just like that, and then it should come right on out. That's it. Set this aside, take this part out, and you're done. And that's how you disassemble an AR-15. Now we're going to put everything back together. So take your bolt carrier and your bolt, and then what you're going to do is you're going to insert this part here, right here, into here. Okay? Now, let me show you something. So you could see how this hole has like these two areas that are kind of like shaved off. And this hole doesn't have that. So that's the side you're going to put your cam pin in. Okay, so what you're going to do is put this part again in here. And again, making sure that the hole without those two shaved off parts right here, just that hole facing up through right here, just like that. Then take your cam pin. When you're putting the cam pin back in, you need to make sure that it's like this, in this orientation. So it has to go in here, just like that. And then once you get it in, see it's in, then you have to turn it, you have to rotate it vertically, just like that. And then you take your firing pin, and the firing pin always points down. The reason why is because this is the hole that the firing pin comes out of to strike the round. In order to get the firing pin in with less issues, I make a fist around this open area here and here. And I just drop it in just like this. And then there you go. It's already in. So once that's in, you take your retaining pin and you put it into this hole right here. You may have to squeeze your retaining pin, then slide it on in, and it's going to come out this hole right here. So it's got to go straight through. And if it gives you a little bit of an issue, you just wiggle a little bit, and then that's it. It goes right in. Now your firing pin is retained. It's not coming out. You're good to go. The other thing you want to keep in mind is in order to get your bolt carrier back into your upper, you want to make sure that you pull the bolt outward. If it stays in like this, you're going to have an issue. It's not going to go back in. So make sure you pull this out and it stays in that orientation. Now let's put it back into the upper. So in order to put the bolt carrier back in, you need to make sure that your charging handle is back in the upper as well. This is the orientation that you want it in. You want this part up, facing upwards, and this part where it's hollow facing down. There are two holes up here. This is where your charging handle normally goes in, like this, where it's sliding in and out when everything's put together. But to put it back in, you're going to go through this hole, which is normally where you put your bolt carrier. Then once it's in that hole, what we're going to do is we're going to line this piece and that piece back into that, right where that circle is. So where this half circle is etched out and that one's etched out, we're going to take those two pieces and we're going to line it up. So it's, again, this is the area where your bolt carrier normally goes into, and see how those half circles, they match up perfectly. That's what you're going to do, is you're going to put them back in there. Once they're in there, you push forward and it slides in, and then you have your charging handle in. Next, we have to put in the bolt carrier. Keep it out slightly like this. You're going to take your bolt carrier, and it faces, this part faces the front of the barrel, okay? And you're going to put this part right here of the bolt carrier into this portion of the charging handle, just like this. See how it fits right on in there? And then you're going to push through, and it should push the charging handle in. You'll push it all the way until you hear a click, and then you know it's in. Next part, we're going to put the lower back on the upper. And how we do that, close this so you can see, is that we match up where the two pins are to the two holes that are right here and here. And then once they're matched up, push in your pins, and that is it. Once you've done that, you have reassembled the AR-15. The other thing I like to do is do a function test. So what you do is you take the charging handle and you charge like that. Make sure you're pointing the rifle in a safe position. Take it off safety and pull the trigger. If you hear that, it sounds like it's good. The other thing you could do is when you pull the trigger, you hold it, charge it again, and then let go, feel the reset, pull the trigger again. Once you've done that, you have fully reassembled an AR-15. Okay guys, so that's how you disassemble and reassemble an AR-15. Add a comment below letting me know what type of optic you're running on your AR. If you thought this video was helpful, please give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I'm trying to grow my channel, and every subscriber helps. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.